or make 1984 fiction again. I think that's definitely applicable. So when you see that the world, in order to produce, or that those in the world, in order to produce, you need to obtain permission from men who produce nothing. When you see that money is flowing to those who will deal not in goods, but in favors. When you see that men get rich more easily by graft than by work, and your laws no longer protect you against them, but protect them against you, you may know that your society is doomed. I think this really resonates for the time that we're living in right now. So I want to tell you a quick story of what it was like coming to the United States for the first time in quite a while. I came up to NASCAR last weekend to take some of my employees to Charlotte. A lot of my employees have never been to the United States, and those that have definitely haven't had the true American experience. So I thought, what better way to give that to them, to take them to NASCAR. And so we had about 7 people, and we get into the airport in Charlotte very late on last Friday night, but we had a car reserved, one of these big 3-seaters, and we reserved it like 2 months in advance. Because I know this is something we absolutely had to have. We prepaid for it, everything. So we get off the plane, everyone's really tired. I go to the car rental place, and they say, "Oh, Mr. Gammon, I'm sorry, we don't have a car." I'm like, "Well, what do you mean you don't have a car? You've got the reservation, right?" I said, "Oh, yeah, we've got the reservation." And I'm like, "I prepaid, right?" Like, "Oh, yeah, you paid." I'm like, "Okay, well, wait a minute. How does this work?" And I was just trying to get to the bottom of what really happened. And really, the main takeaway here is they just didn't have any car. They were short on cars, and more importantly, they were short on staff. Right? So then the next day, we go out and do our things, and then we go out to dinner that evening. And I ran across something I don't know that I've ever seen. We're at this restaurant, and it was a chain. It was a national chain. And we're there maybe 7 o'clock at night. And right when we got done eating, I saw that they put up a sign that just said, "We have no more food." I said, "How could you have no more food? Like it's not like a mom and pop place. This is a national chain." And I went there, and sure enough, they were short-staffed as well. So the next day, prior to NASCAR, we go to Jimmy John's. How many of you have been to Jimmy John's?